Hello viewers, welcome to QTP functional testing videos. Myself Uday. In this video, I would like to demonstrate about how to work with Windows file handling system. When I say Windows file handling system, which will be collection of drives, folders and files, right? As you can see here, we will be having multiple drives. Here I have C drive, D drive, E drive, and each drive will have certain number of folders and files, right? So how we will access these folders and files, right? So there is no special support as such in QTP. Okay, we can use like whatever methods and everything there in VBScript. We can use all those functions in QTP. All right, to handle these folders and files, what we need to do is we need to create file system object. All right, as you can see, I'm just giving some folder path, and here I am creating file system object. When I say, because it is returning a file system object, I need to use the set statement, and this is my object name, and I use the create object of scripting.filesystem object. Once this object is created, you can see many methods and properties available with this object. As you can see here, you can copy a file or folder from one location to different location. We can create folders, we can delete a file or folder, and many such methods are available, where I will be covering most of these methods in this video. All right, so here first what I am doing here is, it is always better idea to check whether the folder or file exists before we creating it, right? As you can see here, in my test drive I don't have a temp folder, all right, where I am checking this whether that folder is existing or not. Okay, if that folder does not exist, I am going to create it here. All right, if that folder exists, I am returning that folder object using get method. Okay, before going further, let me debug it and show you how it goes. All right, so when I'm say here, because this folder does not exist, it should go to else block. All right, as you can see, it is in else block now. When I say create folder, it has created this temp folder now. As you can see, it creates temp folder. All right, after that it just prints the statement. Okay, so that is how we will using VBScript we will create the folder, just using the create folder and folder path. But it is always advisable to check whether that folder exists or not before creating the project. All right, so now when I re-execute the same thing, what will happen is, because this folder is existing now, the control goes to if block. Okay, let me show you that one as well now. So now, because the folder exists now, it should go, the control goes to if block. All right, as you can see, it is in if block. All right, so just print statement, what it will do is it prints the folder, whatever the string that we give here. All right, so as you can see, parent folder exists, is got printed here. All right, now what I'm doing here is, I would like I'm getting the folder object. So whatever the path which I have mentioned here, right? So I would like to get the object of this folder. All right, the advantage of creating this is there are many methods available for this folder object. All right, so the get folder, what it will return, it will return you the folder object of whatever the path that we have mentioned here. All right, so with this object, as you can see, there are couple of methods and properties available. All right, like you can copy a folder from one location to different location, you can create a text file within it. All right, you can find out some properties like when it was created, when it was last modified. You can delete this folder. All right, if you would like to find out how many files which are existing in that folder, you can use files.count. All right, Like that. As you can see, these many number of properties and methods you can use with your folder object. Okay, so let me show you how it will display. Like, I have my folder path now. All right, so what I would like to do is I just wanted to print the name of it. Okay, so let me debug it and show you what is getting printed here. All right, as you can see, when I say parent object of name, what it will do, it will print the name of that folder. Like that, all the methods and properties that are associated with this folder object you can access using this folder object. How you will get this object? You have to use the get folder method. All right, so once I have my folder here, what I would like to do here is I would like to create a file. Okay, so in order to create a file, what you have to use is, as I told here, we can create files using file system object, right? So here what I'm doing here is, before creating it, I'm just looking whether that file is already existing or not. All right, so as you can see here, I don't have any files or any folders in this path, right? So that is what I'm going to do here. If the file does not exist, I am creating the file using create text file, where I will be giving the file name. And what does it true, like, you know, okay, what does this true means? As you can see the syntax here, dot create text file, right? As you can see this, you need to give whatever the file name that you want to create in this folder path and overwrite. So what does it mean is, whether would you like to overwrite the existing file or you want to create a new one. All right, if when it is true, what it will do is it will overwrite it. All right, so let me demonstrate you the same thing here. So what I'm doing here is I'm just debugging it. As you can see here, okay, this is got printed. Because the file does not exist, it should go to if block, right? If the file not exists, as you can see here, this file system object of file exists and the folder path is temp folder. I am appending the backslash and file name. The file name is sample file, okay, which does not existing in our file system, right? So what it should do now is it should get into if block. All right, as you can see, it is in if block now. Now what I am doing is, in this folder path I am creating some text file using create text file method. What is the file name, and true whether I would like to overwrite it or not. As you can see now, it should create some text file. All right, that is how we will create some text file using VBScript. All right, if I re-execute it now, what will happen is, because the file exists, the control comes to here. All right, let me re-execute it and see some of the methods of file object. All right, see, as you can see, the file exists now. It should come to this else block. All right, so I want to get this file object have some few properties and methods. So when I say I would like to get the object of this file, okay, so what I will do here is, using get file method, I will get the file object. All right, as you can see here, which will have its own methods and properties available. Okay, as I can see, attributes, copy, date created, in which drive it belongs, what is the name, open as a text stream, what is the parent folder, what is the complete path of it. So all these methods can be available by creating a file object using get file. All right, like that you can get, or you can use all methods and attributes of file object, right? So this covers all the methods and properties of folder object. I have covered all the methods and properties of file objects, right? Let me show you some of the methods from this. Okay, so here what I would like to do here is, now I have my file system object. All right, I have this file. Okay, so I have this file. Now I would like to copy this file from this path to from temp folder / sample file to temp2 folder. Okay, so for that what I am doing here is, as you can see, file system object dot copy file. Okay, let me, this is not needed now. So by just using this copy file, what it will do is it will copy the sample file to this folder. Let me show you that. As you can see now, the file which I have created in this SAM file is moved to test2 folder, right? Like that you can use whatever, like many of these methods using this file system object. As you can see, the copy file, the copy folder, the same, like you can use the copy folder from temp folder to some another destination folder. All right, you can use the delete file to delete. Let me show you that one as well. So what I will do here is I will give the complete path. Okay, which I can directly use this variable now, or you can specify the complete path as well rather than nothing. It's your logic. All right, so when I say this, it should delete the file. All right, so my file is existing in this folder path. I would like to delete that file. How I will do it? By using the file system object dot delete file, you can delete the file. As you can see, it should not contain that file. All right, like that you can use many of these methods using file system object, like delete file, delete folder. You can check drive, whether the C drive or D drive, whatever the drive. If some people are working in network shared folders, you can verify whether the drive is existing or not, right? Like that you can see get file we have covered. I think like most of these files we have covered. Copy file, copy folder, we create folder, create text file, delete folder. All right, we have covered file exists, and get file have covered get folder, and we can move a file, or we can open as text file, and all this we will cover in the next video, where we are reading the content and writing into text files. Right, that's all in this video. Thank you for watching this video. I'm hoping I have covered most of the functions in file system object. All right, thanks for watching. Please leave your comments about this video. Thank you.